Hello again, Winnacunnet. It's Camden.
And I'm Allie.
We are back on this fine Friday afternoon to welcome Winnacunnet into November, where fall is in full swing.
I know. Tri-1 is almost over. I'm going to miss my freshman seminar class.
Me too. It was fun being a peer leader. Did you have fun being a student?
I did. Remember the freshman exploration project?
Do I? That was last week. On Friday, October 25th, none of the freshmen came to school. No, it wasn't freshman skip day, but a career exploration day. Students connected with someone from a company or business and shadowed them for the day. Hundreds of students fanned out across the seacoast and spent the day with physical therapists, mechanics, industrial engineers, and many other occupations. Another activity that students could choose from was to participate in a tour of the Great Bay Community College and the New Hampshire School of Mechanical Trades. Northern Essex Community College was also planned to host a tour, but were unable to because of a minor COVID outbreak.
I went to Hampton Academy Middle School for my project. It was nice seeing my old teachers.
Hampton Academy and Winnacunnet High School, two schools with great academics, great teachers, and a rich history. Anthony did a story on Winnacunnet's history, actually.
Let's roll the clip.
Most of us have seen a time throughout our school's history where the Winnacunnet W had feathers on it, or when the gym floor had a warrior head on it. But few also remember the Shigarstop statue in the lobby, affectionately called Winnewar. Throughout the 21st century, yearbooks show us a good idea of how Native imagery faded in and out of our school. So what has happened to all of that? Our former mascot, Chief Winnewar, was a big part of school spirit for many years.
When I was here, our mascot was the Chief Winnewar, is what we called him. There was actually in the front lobby sort of a statue of him, and the full headdress. So it was Chief Winnewar. I remember being on the football and hockey team, and we would have an image of a spear, a sticker of a spear with Native American type feathers.
However, views began to shift. In June 2020, Karina Chow, a 2014 graduate, started a petition to replace the Native American mascot. Gathering 9,029 signatures, this petition raised important questions about how Native imagery in schools might impact student lives. There were also counter-petitions from those who wanted to keep the mascot, showing the different views in our community. As talks evolved, Mr. Croto reflected on the change.
It was considered a disrespectful image to display as our mascot, so that got put away just a few years ago. Throughout the country, any sports teams that were using Native American mascots were learning that Native American tribes that they were representing didn't necessarily feel that that was being respectful of their culture.
Mr. McGowan spoke to the overall cost of the changes and renovations to the school.
Overall, it was probably nothing. It's probably not exact cost because a lot of it was done with replacement. It started removing some things and then slowly replaced it over the next 2 to 3 years. As far as scoreboards, we had painted over some things and repainted things. So I'm going to say probably about 2 to 3 years as far as eliminated. Now that doesn't mean that you can't walk around now. There may still be some, a sign or something like that. So as we see things, when you remove it, but probably about 2 or 3 years. It wasn't something that we were just going to come in and say, okay, you can't use anything. We knew it was going to be a process, and we wanted to respect the process.
As the school changed, Mr. Croto noted,
One of the things that we would have a competition for in the pep rally is for a tomahawk. The class that could cheer the loudest would win the tomahawk, and so there were lots of Native American symbolism used at that time.
Both Mr. Croto and Mr. McGowan noted on the future in different ways.
I think the W has been working, because I mentioned the one with the feathers, so we seem to be using that pretty well, but then we couldn't use that. But the W seems to be working pretty well with on different sports and extracurricular activities because they can actually use, for example, they can use the football or the soccer ball, integrate it with the W, So we've been pretty creative with that.
We're still the Warriors, we're just not Native American warriors anymore. We're a warrior. If you notice in the front foyer, there's a big mural that shows the warrior creed. What is a warrior? And I think that's a better description of what we are. At the moment, we don't necessarily have a mascot. Whether or not we adopt one is yet to be seen. I think it's up to the students to push forward on that.
As the commitment to inclusion throughout our school continues, Mr. McGowan noted,
And Winnacunnet means beautiful place of pine. So how can we recognize the land that we're on? We have created a land acknowledgement statement that presented to the school board last spring that we'll do more work on that. But just more of an education as far as their involvement and how come and why do we use warriors.
as our school evolves, let's work together to create a more inclusive space. And let's celebrate the progress we've already made.
It's so cool to learn about the history of the school I'm going to be in for the next couple of years. You're not going to be here much longer though, right, Camden?
That's right, Allie. I unfortunately made it to my senior year. But don't be sad for me. I have a bunch of cool perks that you'll have to wait to get.
Like how you can go out and do whatever you want for lunch?
Exactly. But lately I've been doing that for official school business. I've been working on a new segment about local lunch spots. Care to see?
Do I have a choice?
Good afternoon, Winnacunnet. I'm Camden, and today we are in my car as part of a new segment that we are going to be calling Camden's Taste Tour, where you come along for the ride as I review various lunch spots around town that seniors can go to for lunch now that we have an open campus. Today, we are going to be looking at Victoria's Kitchen. It's a breakfast and lunch restaurant on Lafayette next to Domino's Pizza, all the way up near Northampton, and I have my mobile order placed. They placed it over DoorDash. So it is going to be ready in about 20 minutes. So I would recommend placing it a little bit before if you're able to have your phone. There's going to be many more options for lunch later on. So I'm going to get going and then I will be there to get my order and then we'll see how it is. So I have my order here. I got the Cali burger, which I haven't actually tried from here before, but it was less than $20, which I think is perfect for a good lunch. You know, this is something to treat yourself with, of course. This is like actual food. And I mean, just by looking at it, it's got a whole, get that orange juice out the way. We got this whole thing over here. It looks nice. I don't eat tomato personally, but it looks like, as says on the menu here, it says it has bacon, red onion, Colby Jack, and avocado. And it looks like it's on an English muffin, which is interesting to me because I don't really do English muffins. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of them, but it does look like it's holding onto the moisture pretty well. It's got the Angus beef, so here is it right here. I mean, look at that. I mean, it just already looks good. And I did get a side of chips, but let's get that straw out the way. So, I mean, here goes.
You thought it was over.
That's pretty good. I mean, I'm not a huge burger person. Let me see if they got any napkins in here, because this is certainly a messy situation, but that's okay. Life's a little messy sometimes. And they use guacamole instead of sliced avocado, which was an interesting decision, because most of the time they'll just do a sliced avocado, because guacamole is, you know, kind of used more as like a condiment, a sauce, rather than like a topping. So I found that interesting. It's pretty good. I think I have some on me still. Goodness. It's not massive because it's on an English muffin, but it will definitely fill me up. I mean, I'm not gonna make you all sit through me eating this. Let me get the chips while I'm in here. Oh, these are cute. Oh, they're probably air fried, which is good because you know everyone's talking about the air frying and it's just. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
It's really good, huh, Janelle?
Is that
I mean,
blessing, Janelle?
They seasoned it, which is a little difficult to find these days, but oh, that's actually pretty good. So while I'm sitting here, I might as well talk about the actual restaurant. It was very cute in there. It has this very local, almost kind of southern theme, or very up in Maine, with all the exposed wood and all of the decorations. I mean, and the chalkboards all over the place with the menu and the specials. It was really cute in there. The outside, it looks like a cute little cottage. And I mean, the people there are sweet as can be. It was a little busy, which is good, because if it's a little busy, then you know it's good. It came out about exactly right on the mark of when they said it was going to come out, so I do think that it is pretty reliable. I mean, if anything, it's probably going to come out earlier than when they said. They had a display case with a bunch of pre-made meals that you could buy and heat up later. They got a bunch of pastries and stuff with gluten-free options, and it just looked so good. I don't know, guys. I might have to come back here a little bit soon. I know that parking in Hampton can be a little bit tricky, but this was pretty nice, actually. And I mean, with the short drive, I really think this is something that is doable. Oh, that orange juice is good too. I think that was a good decision, getting the orange juice. I know orange juice with burger sounds a little weird, but I think with the avocado and the bacon and the Colby Jack, it really feels breakfasty. Doesn't feel like a dinner sandwich, you know? I mean, I think we just have to start this off with a 10 out of 10, to be honest. All right, I'm gonna go finish this up now, and I will see you guys next time. All right.
I can't wait to be a senior. It sounds so exciting and delicious.
It's not just me that has all of these things going on. We have another senior we'd like to take some time to talk about. Our senior class president, Amelia Dumont.
The Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizens Award and Scholarship has been running since 1934. The program being created in order to award those who possess the qualities of a good citizen among high school seniors. One student can be selected for the DAR Citizenship Award per school, and they are chosen from several nominees that are picked by teachers. Congratulations to Amelia Dumont, who is this year's winner for Winnicott DAR Citizen of the Year program.
Congratulations to Amelia. Gosh, all this senior talk is reminding me about my baby pictures for the yearbook.
I think my crib is pretty cool, just like the ones Brandon will be talking about in his next story.
In 2000, MTV premiered their series Cribs. Cribs is a show where celebrities would give viewers a tour of their homes and showcase the intriguing items they possessed. Today we'll be showing you the cribs of 3 different teachers. Our first stop is Mr. Wallace, who teaches psychology and social studies. His room is on the upper C wing.
Howdy folks, I'm Mr. Wallace. I'm going to give you a little tour of my room and what you can find on the walls and on my desk. On a lot of my walls is a lot of like student artwork, project work, sports, political figures, activities, music, pop culture, toys and trinkets from, you know, the last 40 or 50 years. Pretty fun. Teddy Roosevelt finger puppets. Eisenhower stuff, I mean all sorts of stuff. Modern political candidates today. Yeah, just try to represent as many people as possible and interesting stuff that comes up in conversation in class. Fast food and cereal iconography and, you know, Captain Crunch and Burger King and the Hamburglar and Urkel from the 90s and Charlie Brown and Space Jam, and I mean, just as much as I can fit in here that is relevant to conversation and pop culture and larger social or political issues, I guess.
Our next stop is at Miss Hill, who teaches math, and her room is in the lower C wing.
Hi, I'm Miss Hill, and this is room C120. Come on in. I teach math here at Winnicott. This is my first year in this classroom, so it's still a bit of a work in progress, but I'll show you a few things that I have around here. I like this piece. This is a mirror. It says, "This is what a mathematician looks like." This is my reminder to students that anyone in this classroom is a math person. I think a lot of times our society tends to normalize it being okay to say I'm not a math person, but to be a math person, you just need to be a person and you need to do math. And this is my reminder to students that they're all mathematicians in here. I have a lot of empty space still here for student work in the future. I I got some extra hanging whiteboards for specific vertical whiteboard activities, as well as just extra whiteboard space for students to work. Over here, I just have a few activities for students if they finish their work early, some options rather than being on screen, some puzzles, some coloring, some games. Have my desk over here with my dying orchids that I'm trying to bring back to life. And that brings us back to the front of the room.
Our third and final stop for the day is at Miss Raymond's room, who teaches English and is located in the D Wing.
Hi, I'm Miss Raymond. Welcome to my room. So over here we've got some self-portraits of my students. There's some over there and over there as well. Got my organization system, the books we've been reading, stuff to color with. We got some posters back here. Made a couple of these in Canva. Some of these are from the art students last year. These are vinyls that I thrifted and painted. Got my books. Got some games. More beautiful art from art students last year. And then little pods for the desks. So that's my room.
These teachers had some very interesting and unique rooms. This is Brandon Roy for WHTV.
Another hit from a WHTV veteran. Who knew cribs could be so entertaining?
Well, Winnicott, there you have it. Happy belated Halloween.
And a reminder to our 18-year-old students that Tuesday is Election Day.
Make sure you're registered first before you come down to Winnicott to cast your vote.
See you next time, Winnicott.
Bye.